What is up, guys? I am back. Man, this is my first video since September of 2022, which is crazy. Last year, 2023 was such a huge growth year for me, and I thought I'd tell you guys about a little update of where I've been, what's been going on. So, let's get started. So, I started OA back in October of 2022. Doing it myself, trying to find all the research and everything. At the time, obviously, I'm in school still, and it was very tough to research about, a new business model, as well as keeping up with school and also keeping up with the current business that I had at the time. So I made the decision that I would put my full focus towards learning this new model. And not just kind of trying a little bit here and messing up, try a little bit here. I wanted to get really good information. I didn't really have the time to research it. I also wasn't sharing any videos because I didn't want to be posting content about, a business model that I just simply don't have an experience with. I just felt like it wouldn't be smart for me and it wouldn't be genuine and helpful to you guys if I'm just kind of blabbering about just some model that I don't know anything about. So I decided that I would put my full focus on learning this new model, stop posting videos for a while until I get some experience under my belt. So, in September of 2022, roughly 2.5 weeks after my last video, I actually joined Flip for Miles coaching program, and I wanted to focus everything on that. Just watching the videos and everything and just kind of learning through that very helpful program. And that was big for me, for my personal experience, because again, my big thing about my content was I was in school, and I was juggling business and trying to learn something brand new like that's so complex. It was just very difficult. So I wanted to be able to go somewhere, be able to learn all this new stuff, learn all these new techniques, and just fully dedicate myself to studying at school, studying on the new business. And so that's what I did. And, 3 months later, 3 months after I joined the program, in December of 2022, I ended up selling about $39,000, I think just under $40K in December, which was huge for me. That was crazy. I had very little experience. Some of the products I bought didn't do great, but that was awesome. I was hyped. So with the new year started, just a couple months, because I was just pretty much trying new products, whatever. But, a couple months, I went on a cruise in March, for my last spring break, which was very exciting for me. I ate a ton of great food, saw a lot of awesome shows, and just had a really good experience. I think all my other spring breaks, I used that free time to work on my business. So I really never got a true vacation on spring break. So that was very important for me to do that on my very last spring break. Really during all of 2023, nothing exciting besides literally learning the new business model, taking that information that I got and actually putting it to action. In my perspective, I feel like you can learn as much as you want to about something, but it really doesn't mean anything to you or make much sense until you actually apply it to a real world scenario. And that kind of went for me for school and business. I was learning stuff in school and I'm like, okay, I guess I get cash flow or just, some random term definition, but I really didn't understand what it meant until I'm actually doing it in the business. And that was exactly this. You can try to learn how to do OA or whatever kind of online selling thing you want, but at the end of the day, you have to be willing to go out there and be willing to make a mistake. But most importantly, for a lot of people like me, you have to actually make mistakes. I think that's very important, part of the experience, because you don't really understand, the risks of what that mistake is. And over time, you'll find that the mistakes at first is like, man, I lost money. But the more experience you get will be, well, shoot, I broke even. Like, dang, I got my money back. And then those failures will end up being, well, I only made 15% ROI rather than my 30 or 40. So like, dang, that was a huge failure. But that it's not. You still made money, or you still got your money back, and it's just not that serious. So you have to be willing to make, conservative risks, but enough where if you do mess up, you simply change your method and try to adapt and do it better the next time. And as I said, your mistakes will end up just being actually wins. It's just not as good as you wanted. So you'll see that if you actually go through with whatever thing you're doing at all, let alone Amazon or eBay. So that's pretty much it. 2023 early was me just trying to learn OA, ordering products, making, mess ups. Okay, then I reevaluate what did I do wrong, and just learning, the kind of data, what makes up a good product and all that stuff like that. But so that was pretty much it until fall of 2023, which is when things just got crazy. Insane. It was easily the busiest time of my life. Going into it, I knew it would be crazy because it's Q4 for the business, as well as I knew I was graduating in December. And so anyone who's in the business knows Q4, if you're just focusing on that alone, that's an insanely busy time, let alone handling life and other things. And so I knew Q4, going to be graduating. I knew it was just going to be a crazy time. And then a ton of other stuff happened as well that was very exciting. In early Q4, I was able to actually take a trip to go visit my family, which was just really great to do. In October, for our 10th, and keep in mind, again, I'm running the business and trying to start sourcing for Q4 to ramp up. But for my 10th anniversary, I was surprised with a trip to Universal Studios, which was super exciting. I had a blast. It was such a really good time, honestly. It was super fun and really nice to step back and get away from everything for a little bit and just kind of, relax and just have a fun time. A week later, on the exact day I asked Nicole, my girlfriend, to be my girlfriend in like 8th grade, I successfully proposed. And that was such an awesome time. It was such a great experience, honestly, and luckily she said yes. So I think that was a mission accomplished. So, but yeah, so that was such an awesome time, and I'm really happy I was able to do it on the day. It wasn't even planned that way, but it ended up being absolutely perfect. But so going on, in early November, which is, keep in mind, a week after being engaged, I was in the middle of prime time sourcing for Q4. So really during this time, my life consisted of nothing but making sure that my, getting homework and getting my projects done for school. And these were big projects because, it's your senior semester and everything. But getting that done for school, and as well as sourcing like crazy for Q4 and making sure I have enough inventory for the mid and end of November and December. So that's all my life consisted of, really, was being locked in my room, kind of being like a no life and just on the computer handling homework and handling sourcing, like late nights and stuff. So I just sourced my butt off. And, as you can imagine, during this time, it's also holiday season. So that obviously added to the stress. But in December, during peak FBM season, I was completing my finals. I was completing all my end of the year projects, and planning for graduation day, which was a whole thing added to your schooling experiences, trying to navigate where you're going to take pictures, how you're going to take pictures, managing the time, getting your cap and gown. Crazy. So finally, and during that time also, as again, like the finals, I'm packing like hundreds of orders a day, 50 to 100 orders, sometimes like 125. They were crazy. I even, my Instagram, I didn't post too much recently, but you can kind of see what I was posting, 113 orders going out, sacks of these just packages of envelopes. So crazy time. Nuts. But I got it done, and I graduated on December 9th with a finance degree from USF. That was very exciting for me now that school is over and, I'm done. That was a very exciting day for me. Took a lot of good pictures, me with my Amazon app, and, I had to get the green outfit, obviously, I just had to get dripped out. So being that I was so busy with more stuff than I probably even mentioned, that was just kind of like, the huge things, just, making sure that I have time to spend time with family and friends and go to little events here and there. That's very important. I really didn't think that I was going to get a good amount of sales. Honestly, I was hoping, being that I was going through everything, I was honestly hoping that I could just maintain the sales I got from last year, the 39,000. I would have been happy with that, but I really was expecting to actually perform much worse. Just considering everything I was doing, I really thought I wasn't going to do too well. And I was planning on having a really big one until I realized everything that was happening during this time. Now, I wasn't expecting too much out of it. But, as the month wrapped up and I was graduated, I actually ended up having a personal record-breaking month. I sold 54,000 in December, which was huge for me. I mean, I was ecstatic. I mean, seriously, I really expected I was going to do far worse than what I did the previous year. And it would have been a letdown for me. The 39's awesome, and even 20 and stuff like that. Being that I dedicated a whole year to learning this, with all that time and looking at an absurd amount of Keepa charts, and being, kind of like a no-life, just studying that stuff and what data makes up a good product, that was huge. That was like the icing on the cake. That was like a 36% increase roughly, from the previous year. So, I truly didn't expect any growth this year compared, relative to the previous year. And as I said before, that took a lot of what I said, taking what you learned, putting it to action, studying Keepa charts, studying what makes up a good product, everything, all the little details matter with that, because that is how you mitigate your risks with this business. You get data, you're investing in products, but except you have that data in front of you to say, yeah, I'll probably buy 5 of these for a test order, or, oh my gosh, look at the, Keepa, I'm going to buy like 50 to 100, and you're making educated guesses, you're gambling, but the numbers are in your favor because you're not buying anything that you're not comfortable with. So that was very, very, very important that I took that year, and you as well, for anyone who's doing OA or anything, quite frankly. But the advice is put in the time, put in the reps, make the mistakes, continue to learn, take advice, but ultimately, as I said, be willing to fail and change it up and try to optimize it as much as possible. So at the end of 2023, between my Amazon and eBay business, I ended up selling like $283,000, which was huge. Before, I think the previous year I did like roughly like 100 or something, and I'm like, it's like 6 figures, but I just feels like, I don't know if I should call myself it. Technically it is. It didn't feel it. But 283, I feel like I'm a little deeper into the 6 figures, so I'm like, do I still call myself that? Like, it's nothing major, but I'm like, you know what? I earned it, whatever. Like, I feel like it's a little deeper into it, so I'm going to call myself a 6-figure seller. Do I add it to the bio? I'm thinking I will. Screw it. Like, why not? I think I finally did it, so that might be coming up soon. But, after that, crazy time in January and February, I really took a time to just step back, relax a bit, reevaluate. It's a really major transitionary period for me, obviously. I had major burnout after all those months. But I'm back sourcing as of only a couple weeks ago, actually. And I'm just really excited to share my journey. I'm really happy to get on here and be able to update you with what's happened, but I'm really excited going forward, sharing with you guys how the business is going, and what am I doing to try to improve it as I go on. And going forward, as content wise, I plan on doing kind of more like a vlog content, showing you like day-to-day business of how I run my business, and just more of like a journaling kind of vibe, so I can go back and watch myself of how, where I started and where I've been and where I've gone. So it's definitely for my use, but also hopefully for you guys, that you can kind of take some tips from me. And also when I post stuff, I was hoping you guys will give me some advice or tips of, what I could do better, because I'm all about it. I'm still actively learning after doing a year of OA and everything, I am still learning to this day, and probably major stuff, like stuff that could like life-changing, like business moments, you know, that I could actually learn. I'm still learning that kind of stuff. And maybe we'll be doing some like tutorial educational content. I definitely plan on doing that, just of like a step-by-step what to do, you know, just to help answer your questions. Or if you guys drop comments, I will absolutely answer questions. But I really wanted to provide quality and useful information based off of my personal experience, and which is why I stopped the content for a year. Because, you know, I just felt like if I was 3 months in, or even 5, 6, even 8 months in, I am still learning like really basic stuff, and I'm like, I have no business answering people's questions about this if I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. I didn't know what questions to ask or anything at the time until I started learning. So now I'm at that point. I can at least answer questions based off of, again, what I've actually been through, what I've done to overcome it. And that was really big for me, because I really want to be as genuine as possible and as transparent as possible. And I didn't want to, you know, lead my viewers on, or you guys on, giving you terrible information from a rookie. So that's why I stopped content for a while. It was awesome to come on here and just update you guys of where I've been, and some of the goals I actually was able to accomplish. And so no, I'm really happy to be back and be able to post another video to my account. Again, it's literally been a year and a half or so, and it feels really good to get in front of the camera and talk to you guys again, and just go through the whole editing process and everything. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Plan on seeing much more from me going forward. Again, I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through what I do in my personal business, and I really like to, you know, as a community, hopefully build a community about me helping you, you helping me, and us just really, you know, benefiting all together, and really just building like a positive, productive community. Hopefully soon as well, I'll be looking to have some people come on here. Maybe we'll do like an interview or a little like just conversation about different business models, and even OA specifically. And during that time, in real time, you guys will be seeing me also be learning from people that are doing it much better than me, and much bigger than me. And so hopefully I'll be asking questions that you guys would like to know, and maybe even we'll get something going where if we have a guest coming on, you guys can send questions to me that I can actually ask him. But I'll be learning just as much as you guys. And so that's kind of the new content I want to bring, is we'll both be learning together. I'll be helping you, you'll be helping me. And I think that it really will work out for all of us, hopefully. And hopefully you guys more, because you guys are spending time to actually watch my videos. So, but nonetheless, thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited to be back and really start connecting with everybody in the community again, and hopefully start posting on my Instagram more, because I barely did that. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be talking to you guys soon.